G'day folks. Well, I've got the engine running. I've actually bedded the cam in. I've done a couple of heat cycles in it, and look, I'm sorry guys, I didn't film the cam break-in or the first startup. I was just so flustered and I really needed to focus on just getting it going and getting the timing right, pretty much straight up, and then sort of buzz the motor up to around 2.5 and run that sort of for 15-20 minutes, which I did. And yeah, there was a bit going on, and I just needed sort of my attention 100%. So, but it's all good. Oh, it's fantastic. It's incredible. It really is. I did the cardinal sin, guys, when I first, when I broke the cam in, and I turned it off and sort of had it off for about 10 minutes, and I must have had an air pocket in it because I went to undo the cap, and oh my God, water went everywhere, and I actually scalded a little bit of my arm, and oh God, it made a mess. So, note to self, don't ever do it again. Just leave it for an hour before you pull the cap off, or at least check if there's pressure in it. That caught me right off guard, guys. I wasn't thinking when it happened. It's really snappy in the throttle response. It's quite surprising. I've got it set up at 20 degrees total, so we have that programmable box dialed in at, I think it's around 13 or 14 degrees on startup, and as soon as it sort of starts up and goes to 600 revs, it's straight up to, I think it's 20 degrees. Then once we sort of ramp in revs, it whips the timing in up to 30 degrees by 3000 revs, and then it pulls timing right back to 20, or pulls 10 degrees out, back down to 20 degrees by the time boost comes in. So I'll leave it at that for now. I'm going back to wastegate spring pressure. I'm not going to play around with the boost controller for a little while till I get my confidence up in this engine. But oil pressure's fantastic. That's incredible. It blows me away, you know, guys. All that sort of oil mod that I did to the block, stage 2 oil pump, and all the rest of it has really paid off. At this stage of the game, it's amazing. It really is. Fan cycle, or the fan cycle's in and out for water, so it's keeping it nice and under control, just sitting here idling away. Camshaft, to be honest, it's a slight difference. I mean, it's only 6 degrees at 50 thou more duration, so it's really minimal increase in camshaft. So, but it's a little bit different. I do pick it. It's one thing I've really noticed over the 308, guys. This 355, it's a lot deeper. It's really a real big difference, like from 308 to 355, it's that much deeper. Sounds really good. Sounds really good. I'll get it going in a sec, guys, and you can have a little listen to it, and it's fantastic. I've got to retorque the heads, so that's something I've got to do. So basically pull the pipes off, rocker cover, and torque the head back down to spec, just to double check. Because I remember the last time I've done these a few times, there's the odd one that sort of needs that little bit of a turn to click it out. And I'm going to check the rocker travel across the top of the valve too while I've got it sort of off, and we'll do all that, and I'll check the lash, make sure that's all sort of all good. But no, very, very happy. I'm still a bit sort of in shock, guys, from it all, so I might sound a little bit vague at times. It really has. To be honest, I wasn't confident this time round, even though I've put all this work into it. I had doubts. I don't know why. Like the last couple of times I've done the engines, I sort of haven't checked, you know, that Well, I have, but I was just confident. This time round, I think the expectation was there to not fail. So I put a bit of pressure on myself, but oh, look guys, very, very happy. So we'll start it up and have a little listen to it, and we'll go from there, guys. Just sounds a lot deeper, and the camshaft is slightly different. It's a little bit, I would say, just a fraction more confused. I have noticed, guys, the motor is a little bit twitchy with that camshaft in it. Whereas before it wasn't as... oh, it almost had a little tiny lope. It's sort of gone past that lope. Yeah, it's just subtle, it's very subtle, but it sounds a lot deeper. Really snappy on the throttle, guys. I have noticed that. Oh God, this thing's gonna fly. Oh God. It's going to be incredible. Alright folks, I'll turn this camera off because it's bloody choking me out. I have noticed when the oil gets really hot, it sort of drops back to about 30 pound. But you got to remember too, guys, this gauge isn't reading right, so it's around 8 pound, reads 8 pound less. So I confirmed that with the accumulator. It's unbelievable, it really is. I want to have a talk, guys, and go over that engine again in the next few days and just refresh on everything I've done to it, because it truly is. It's incredible. I can't believe the difference. Oh, Mr. Cum Racing reckons when you first start them up, the lifters quieten up really quick. Well, this thing doesn't even get noisy. The next day, even when I started it up, it was instant. That oiling mod, that's incredible. Okay guys, well I will have a talk about that engine and go right over it again and on all the little improvements that I've done to it. Oh geez, it's good. It's great to hear it again, guys. I'm so stoked. Alright folks, I'll pop one up soon. Catch you later.